Hi, everybody. Good morning. Thanks for joining me this morning. And as always, do as much or as little as you want in each posture. Make sure you're safe by just noticing the sensations. It should be sensations that are mild to light. If you haven't done this before, again, take it easy. You can always repeat the video then. If I do know you, welcome. Thanks for coming along with me this morning on this yoga journey. So, again, on this one, you really don't need any props. Support yourself as much as you need with your own body and come out and back in the posture if needed. Okay, so we're going to start. We're going to be on our mat. We're going to be sitting upright in any way that's comfortable for you. You could be cross-legged or sitting back here, or even sitting with your legs out straight. This would probably be the easier option, but with your legs in any position you would like, you lift tall from your spine, starting from the tailbone and rocking the hips right and left till you find those sitting bones, and then extend and lengthen the lower back. So you're using the muscles of your spine to be up tall. Again, as you sit up tall in any way you would like, you can rest the hands on your thighs. Lift the shoulders up, roll them back, pull them down, brace the belly button in a little bit, pull the neck back slightly, tuck the chin a little bit towards your chest to feel length throughout the back of your neck. The crown of the head talks like you've got a string from the crown of your head. Throw it up and over a cloud, wrap it around it, and keep yourself in this upright position. Close your eyes and we'll just spend this first bit of time on pranayama, which is just controlling your breathing. So change your breath. Draw in a little bit more in the in-breath. The stomach expand and the chest open out. Upper back open as the ribs expand in all directions. Exhaling slowly and gently. If it's possible for you, inhale and exhale through the nose. You're breathing calmer, but a little bit more power in your in-breath where you really expand and open out your diaphragm and the lungs. These are your breathing muscles. To get stronger with more practice, more purposeful practice like this. You add this style of practice into your yoga postures, and you'll find a real connection with your body and your breath and your mind. Breathing in slowly, smoothly, deep in breath, and then a smooth, controlled out breath. We'll do this 5 or 6 more times. You should find a calming feeling as you breathe, but also energetic in that it's restoring your body's energy levels through all that oxygen that you're drawing in a little bit more. And gently open your eyes. We're going to start on your hands and knees, like so. This is your tabletop. Spread the fingers out, first finger forwards, and from here, knees underneath your hips. Just get comfortable, straighten the elbows. Take a deep breath in the same way you've just went through. And then as you breathe out, start with the hips, the tailbone, Pull it down towards the back of your knees, round the lower back. Push through the hands, shoulders separate, the chin to your chest in this cat. And then the opposite way as you breathe in. Tilt the tailbone back first. Just let the shoulders drop a little bit. And pull them down. Draw the chest through and lift the chin. And we're going back and forth with your in and out breath. As you round in this cat posture, really try and pull the hips under stronger. Use the lower tummy muscles. And the opposite, as you push away the lower back muscles, arch the spine, pull the shoulders together and down, lift the chest through, breathe in. We'll do this a few more times. You might find your spine shakes a little bit, that's fine. Never push through pain, always keep yourself safe. You might find as you start to warm up, this movement becomes easier. You might get a little bit further as your vertebra moves a bit smoother through all the fluid coming through your spine. Just a couple more in your own time here. Every time you round, flex your spine like this, you breathe out. Every time you breathe in to this cow pose, you would extend your spine. And now just sit back briefly for a few breaths. Stack your hands, let the elbows fall out to the sides so shoulders relax. Head down. Toes can be tucked or untucked. It's just a way to catch your breath again in a more relaxed position. Just a few breaths, you'll find. You might notice a warmth through your back. One more deep breath. And lift your chest up, extend the arms. So we're going to work a little bit of the outside of the hip to start, and this will be useful as we go on through your practice today. So if you bring the left knee up to the outer side of your mat towards and behind your wrist, move your hands over to that side, and then sit on to that left side of your hip. You're going to lift that foot up until your legs are like at a 90-90 angle and flex your feet, just meaning pull your toes up towards your kneecaps here. Okay, so you can see this front leg 90 degrees, so is the back one. I'm going to turn my chest and sternum bone towards the front knee. Lift my chest up. I can be high on my hands, fingertips or palms, in front or behind. Lean forwards into that side a little bit. Okay? The hands are just for support. Brace the stomach, lift your chest. So you've got this 90-90 position. We're going to work the back hip. Flex the back foot. Keep your chest forwards. And then you're going to press down through the foot and lift that back knee. And try and feel something on the outer upper hip. Make sure it doesn't go into your low back. Just lift as high as you can. Hold at the top, let it shake a little bit, and squeeze the muscles of that outer upper hip. And then come all the way back down. Okay, rest briefly, and then come back again. Smooth on the way up. Push down through the hands. Brace the stomach. Your body's got a little bit of tension throughout, but mainly the outer upper hip on that right side. And then come back down. Keep your chest turning to your front leg. And again, lift that knee. Don't worry if you find you cramp up or you're not going as high. You just want to feel the sensation in that outer hip. It's going to help a hip. Now, ball and socket joint, able to rotate out all the way back down. Ease off. You can just shake the leg off a little bit. And we're going to do the opposite side. So your right knee comes forward this time. You're lying at the side, your 90-90 position. I'm going to turn to face you so you can see the position of my legs as well. I'm going to turn my chest towards the front knee, hands either behind or slightly in front. I'm not folding in. I'm lifting my chest up, pressing down a little bit through the hands or fingertips. Flex both toes up. And then start to lift that back knee and feel something in the outer upper hip. If you feel it in the hamstring or the low back, you've went too high. Squeeze that area and then come all the way back down. We'll try this again. This is going to strengthen the outer hips. It's going to stop your knees from collapsing in and creating inner knee problems through stronger hips that can rotate. Knee up just as far as you can. Squeeze, feel the sensation before coming down. We're going to do this one more time. Okay, your chest should always be pointing forward as your knee lifts up. Smooth in breath, pause, squeeze that outer hip, and then come all the way back down. And just bring the feet forward again. Hands back, just relax, shake the legs inwards and outwards a few times. And let the hips relax, okay? Great, we're gonna come on to your hands with your fingers turned out to the side, which I find is easier on the wrists. Okay, your knees are bent. Scoot your hips forward so you've got about a hand or two distance between your hips to your feet. In this reverse table, squeeze your shoulder blades back. This helps your posture by pulling shoulder blades back, pushing through the floor, but really drawing the shoulders away from the ears. So pressing down, which just means depression of your shoulder blades. Retraction means pulling the shoulder blades together at the back of your body. Keep that position, lift your hips a little bit. If you find that a little bit easier, you can lift the hips as high as you would like. Make sure there's not too much pressure in the wrists or the shoulders rolling forward. Pull them back, push down, get nice and tall, and come all the way back down. Good. Keep the knees bent, flex the toes up. Knees are bent. Hug your thighs, lengthen your lower back. But like we did at the very start for sitting upright, get your stomach and rib cage on your thighs. Reach down towards your calves, your ankles, or your feet. Pull on whichever body part you have. Lift your chest as high as you can and lengthen your lower back and breathe in. Bend your arms out to the side. Breathe out. Whether you have your hands at your feet, your ankles, your calves. This is just a light fold, so don't force yourself into anything. Just enjoy a few breaths. One more. Slow breath in and out. Come back onto those hands and knees. So come back to your hands and knees. Again, spread the fingers out wide. Knees underneath the hips. Lightly put the tip toes down on the floor. Don't tuck them in too far. Just lightly set them down. I'm going to go through a downward dog with your knees bent. Push through your hands first, especially your knuckles and fingers. Lift your knees. Keep the knees bent and shift the hips back as far as you can. You need to push through your knuckles on the floor so that your shoulders lift up and towards your ears and your hips press back. Then extend one heel towards the floor. Keep one knee bent. Get a nice stretch down your calf or leg somewhere, even the side of your back. Bend that knee and switch to the other side. This walking of your downward dog. Just gently switch right and left a few times in your own time. I obviously don't have music on at the minute, but if you did want some music in the background in your own home, pick your favorite music and go for it. And if you need any help with music, give me a shout. I'll give you one or two artists that I listen to. Look at your hands. You walk forward to your hands. Go up on your fingertips. When you reach them, bend your knees, feet hip width apart, and then let your knuckles drag on the floor. Your knees are so bent that it feels relaxed. Let the head relax down. Take a few breaths. Just really find a deep, energetic in-breath and a smooth, calm out-breath. Want to be mindful of your breath all the way through and that you're using it in this specific way. Slide the hands up the thighs, keep the knees bent, sweep the arms forward or to the side, reach up high with the shoulders and the hands, then exhale and pull them in front to your heart space, the top. Make sure you're near the front of your mat. If not, just step forward a little bit more. Press the hands in together. Lift those shoulders up and breathe in. Roll them back and down on your out breath. Guide you all the way through today. Sweep the arms up. Reach up as high as you can on your inhalation. Exhale all the way down, bending your knees to take the pressure off your back. Fingertips or palms into the floor. Inhale, lengthen your back in this gazing posture. Extending your back, lifting your chest. Stomach on your thighs. Step your right foot back. Knee to the floor and your left. Let's go into that tabletop again. Breathe in. As you breathe out, start through your cat and round your back. Lower back, mid back, upper back, chin to chest. And then the opposite. Tilt the tailbone away. Pull the shoulders back and down. Lift the chest forwards and the chin up. And again, exhale through your cat, which is that rounded back position. It relaxes your back and works the front of your body. Tabletop as you breathe in, set your tiptoes on the floor. Exhale to downward dog by lifting your knees a little bit, pushing your hips back first. Look between your feet or look at the floor. And then start to pedal those legs again. Right side, press the heel down. And then the left side, press the heel down. We'll do this a few times again. Again, look and feel the sensations of each stretch, each position. Some muscles are working while others are stretching. Just look towards your hands, bend your knees, lift your heels high. So you're going to step one foot between the hands if possible. Right foot, don't worry if it doesn't reach, just crawl up using your toes. Bend the back knee and this gives you a bit of sensation to press back towards the back angle. This gives you a spring to step forwards. Slide the toe up. Get to the top. Inhale, lift your chest, this gazing posture. Pull your shoulders down. Exhale, press your fingers into the floor. Knees could be bent. It's a light forward fold. And come all the way up. Reach up high. Swing the arms up. Reach the fingers as high as you can. Pull the hands in front and down. Come up again. Inhale. Sun salutation is a combination of moves that warm up your body. This is the only thing you're doing today in this video. Still be great for your spine. Step that left foot back, lower the knee. We're back into this tabletop. Breathe in. Breathe out and roll that pelvis under. Really squeeze and pull the abs in. Push through the floor. And then the opposite. Tuck the tailbone back. Start to let the shoulders drop. And as you pull the shoulders back, lift the chest forward and use that spine. Lift the chin. And again, breathe out through to your cat. Round your spine. As you breathe in, it's tabletop. So again, back to this neutral type of spine. Your eyes look in front. Your hands, tiptoes down. Lift your knees and shift the hips all the way back. Push hard through your knuckles and fingers so your shoulders elevate and your hips move back. Hold this position. Keep your knees bent and take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, start to lengthen the knees a little bit, starting to straighten them out a bit until you maybe feel a shake. If you can get them all the way straight, you press your heels to the floor, lift your toes, but you're tilting the tailbone towards the roof. If you find that difficult, keep the knees bent. Take a couple more breaths. If you find this tiring, just pedal the legs or take a quick break. Look forwards, bend the knees, lift the heels, step the left foot to the front. Bend the back knee, shift the weight back, transfer that weight, and then step off the back foot, bring it forwards. Lift your chest, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold, and breathe out. Rise up. Inhalation to the top. Straighten the knees, reach up, straight arms to where you can, and then pull the hands down and in front. Exhaling. Just roll the wrists a couple of times. Circular motions, one way and the other way. Be feel warm. Do the same with the ankles. We're going to incorporate a little bit of balance coming up as well. This isn't already helping you balance. On the other side, just 1 or 2 rotations in the ankle joints. One way and the other. Shake everything off, make it all loose, easy. Loosey-goosey. Come to the front of your mat again. So we're going to incorporate balance at the very end of a sun salutation. Okay? Bend the knees, sweep the arms up, straighten the knees as the arms come all the way upwards. Exhale, forward folding down. Bend the knees again, takes the pressure off the back and the hamstrings. Fold down with your spine. Inhale and lengthen through this gazing posture. Lift your chest, shoulders down. Exhale, the right foot back, knee to the floor. The left foot back. Inhale to this tabletop. Exhale, roll the hips under. Really round the lower, mid, and upper back as much as you can, especially the lower back here. And then tilt the tailbone the opposite way. Lower back's usually easy to open. It's the chest where the shoulders can pull down. Chest pull forwards as the chin lifts. Exhale, round your back. Press through the floor. Get that lower back as rounded as you can. Inhale to tabletop. Toes to the floor. Exhale to downward dog and walk it out once you get there. In this beginner's class, you can choose a couple options, either to walk like this or simply hold. Holding is going to be a little bit harder, whereas bending the knees and walking your downward dog is going to shift the weight side to side. Get more weight from one side momentarily, and then the other. Regulate your breath in your move. Breathing in and out of your nose. One more breath. Look forwards, bend the knees, step with that right foot as high as you can with the knee into your chest. Then step forwards, bend the back knee, use it as a spring. Inhale, lengthen your back. Shoulders pull down away from your ears. Exhale, forward fold down, fingers even your head, knees bent. Slide all the way up. Knees stay bent until the arms come overhead. I pull the right toe and then the knee lifts so the right toe comes off. Arms can be shoulder width apart or together. Lock out the left knee, squeeze the muscles at the left hip, brace the belly button. Take a few more breaths as you balance on one foot. Make sure the toes are spread out a little bit so you're not gripping too much. Couple more breaths. Deep breath in. Pull the hands down. Put the toe back onto the floor, breathing out. Rise all the way up. Inhaling. Exhaling down. Just get that real sense of warmth. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Step the left foot back. Knee to the floor. Exhale as you move through this tabletop. Inhale and hold. Set it up with the arms. And exhale, roll the hips under. round the back, lower back, mid back, upper back, and then the opposite. Breathe in, extend your spine, pull the chest forward, shoulders down, lift the chin. Exhale, move through into your cat, stretching that back. Inhale to tabletop, and we're in downward dog. As you exhale, toes under, lift the knees, push the hips back. Really press through those knuckles again. Make sure the shoulders don't just sink, they push and lift. And that means the hips go back as the shoulders move forward towards your ears. Again, the knees can be bent. You can walk your downward dog. You can come up and down if you find it's too strong. Look forwards, bend the knees, left foot steps, and the right. Inhale at the top to gazing posture, lengthen your back, lift your chest, keep the knees bent. Exhale down. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Arms, lift above the shoulders, lift that left toe, lift the left knee, lock out the right knee and hip, brace the stomach. Hands can be wide, it can be up high, it can be together. Look forward, spread the right toes out, find your balance. And we'll take a few more breaths. One more breath in. Shoulders pull down, the hands pull down. As you breathe out, settle them in to the center. Great job. Shake the arms and the legs out a little bit. We're going to move into a warrior two now. Okay. So with your feet at the front, you're going to step the left foot back and turn that left foot out to the side of your mat, 90 degrees. Okay. Your right foot is still facing the front of your mat. Start with your hands on your hips. Turn your shoulders and hips towards the side of the mat instead of the front. They're now at the side. Bend into your right knee. And use those upper hip muscles, the one that we did earlier, where we rotate the knee up and out to the side. We'll press it out to the side. This causes the arch to be intact in the foot. Doesn't let the knee and arch drop in. So press the knee out to the side. Bend it deeply until it's above your ankle. Knee above your ankle. Shoulders and hips to the side. Your shoulders pull back on top of your hips instead of forwards. Stretch the arms out, shoulders down. Look towards the front right hand. There's a deep bend in the right knee. Pressing it out to the side. Now squeeze your hip muscles on both sides. Your left leg's locked out straight. You're bracing your belly button. We're going to take 5 breaths. If you find this too difficult, you could straighten and then bend the knee back in. Otherwise, try and stay there the whole time to develop that hip strength. Rotating the knee out to the right side. Almost there. Relax the arms, straighten the leg, lift that back heel, step forwards. Shake the legs out a little bit. If the legs shake a little bit, great. If the hips shake, great. The calmness of your breathing allows you to look calm even though your muscles are doing this. Okay, do it with the opposite side. You're standing at the front, step your right foot back, turn it out to the side, 90 degrees. Roughly heel to heel. As you look at this, shoulders and hips turn to the side. Open the arms, bend into the left knee. Make sure that the shoulders pull back on top of the hips. The left knee presses out to the left side. This stops again the arch of the foot falling in. Okay, strengthens the hips. And now look down the center of your left hand, your left fingertips. This one's more about staying in place, being strong and confident physically through your stance as well as mentally. It's like a you will not move me posture. Squeeze the upper left hip, brace the belly button, right leg straight and strong. Let's take some more deep breaths in and out of your nose. One more deep breath. Inhale, extend that left leg, relax the arms, turn your body to the front, step forward, bend the back leg. Place the hands in together. Lift the shoulders up, pull them back and down. Bring your feet as wide as your mat. So a good bit apart. Bend the knees, set your hands on your thighs. The knees press out wide. Again, you're just starting to let the stomach come down in between the thighs. The knees are quite heavily bent, like so. So you relax the lower back. Just let your arms relax. And even your head and neck. Relax the crown of the head. Take a few breaths. Again, deep, slow breaths will help. Bring the hands back on the thighs. So you don't have to use the back muscles. Push through your arms. Gently and slowly come up. Never come up too quick. Find the blood pressure won't even out and you may go dizzy. So you want to feel quite easy and relaxed. Bring the feet in. Great. We're going to move on to another bit of balance. Start with the hands pressing together. Lift the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale. Pull them back and down. Doing this half sun salutation. Bend the knees. Sweep the arms up. Reach up high. Straighten the legs. Now forward fold. Again, a light fold by bending your knees. Inhale to gaze, so lengthen your spine. Shoulders back away from your ears as you lift your chest. Exhale to forward fold again. I come all the way up. Slide the hands up, sweep the arms, straighten the knees, lift up high. Breathe in, lift the right knee in the air. Bring the hands down on the inside, so towards your heart space. Good. You're going to hold on to the either underneath the right thigh, or you can place your two fingers, thumb, to hold on to your big toe. Whilst you hold on, you lift yourself up tall, either here or hand underneath here. Progressively gets more difficult. You can choose to stay on either of these. You're going to press your knee out to the side, either with your hand on your big toe as you lift up tall, like so, or hand underneath your thigh. Other hand stays locked in, shoulders down, up tall. Fully lock out your left leg, hip, spread the toes. Take 3 more breaths. Back to the center, let the foot come down. Shake, ease it off, maybe roll that left ankle once or twice. We're going to move straight away to the opposite side. Okay? Press the hands in, lift the shoulders, draw an in breath, exhale, pull them back and down. Sweep the arms up, inhale. Really enjoy a deep breath on the way up. Exhaling, smoothing the way down, bending those knees. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale and forward fold. You're coming all the way up with your arms, sweeping up high, lifting the other foot, which for you should be your left. Pull the hands down and in front. Position one, hand underneath the thigh. Position two, first and second finger and thumb, holding on to your big toe before you lift yourself up tall. One of those two options. Adding on the knee out to the side, and again, this will throw you off balance a little bit. So if it's too uncomfortable with the hand on the big toe, the hand under the thigh. Lock out your standing leg, spread your toes. We'll take some more breaths here. One more deep breath in. Release on your out breath. Relax your arms. Take your shoulders out. Kick the feet out a little bit. Well done. Back to the front of your mat. From here, we're straight into that warrior again. We're working the hips. Step the left foot back. Turn it out to the side. Open the arms. Bend into the right knee. Pull the shoulders back on top of the hips. And then sink downwards. You don't want the thigh to go past parallel. So at maximum, you have your knee level with your hip. If you go deeper down here, actually it'll pull on the hamstring a little bit more. And you'll have no strength, more flexibility. I'll press the outer foot on the floor. If you need to, you can spread the legs further out. If that seems too difficult, have them further up. This is easier. This is harder. Look forwards, hold your warrior two. Deep breaths. Press the knee out to the right side. Squeeze the hips. Brace the belly button without restricting breath. One more breath. With the arms, lift the back heel, lean forwards. Step or slide the foot. Shake the legs out a little bit again. And straight away to the opposite side. Might feel a bit of heat through the body about now. That's great. Step that right foot back. Turn the hips. Back foot to the side. Front foot stays towards the top. Open the arms. Bend the knee. Sink down. Press the knee out to the left. This is the very first movement with using the upper outer hip. Press out to the side. You can even use your hand if needed. And then hold that warrior two. You embrace the belly button, but still breathe into the diaphragm and into the lungs. Gaze down your front hand. Feel confident and strong in both your breath and your body. Even if it's shaking a little bit, press the knee to the left side. The other foot on the back leg, which is straight, presses into the floor. Helps to roll the ankle open. Stop the arches collapsing in. One more deep breath. Inhale, come up. Turn towards the top. Exhale, slide or step forwards. Place the hands in. Press them together. Lift the shoulders. Deep in breath. Roll them back and down in your out breath. Sun salutation as we lift up and breathe in. Forward fold. Breathing out. Bend the knees. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Shoulders pull away from your ears. And just place your fingers on the floor. Crawl yourself back. Lower onto your knees. Bring your knees wide. Untuck the toes. Knees are as wide as your mat as you sit back in a child's pose. Bend the elbows, stack the hand, rest the head. Take a few deep breaths in and out. You should feel a sense of warmth through the body. You can close your eyes if you want for the last 3 or 4 breaths. Feel the warmth around your hips, your thighs, around your spine, and even your shoulders. Lifting your head. Bring your hands on the floor, your knees underneath, and you're back in this tabletop. Take a deep in breath through your nose. Spread the fingers, elbows locked tight. As you breathe out, round that lower back first. Really pull that tailbone down. Press through the floor and tuck your chin in to round your whole back. And the opposite as you breathe in and extend your back. Tilt the tailbone towards the roof. The shoulders drop down. Pull them back as you draw the chin forward and up. And again, round your back. I always like to do an extra cat because it's an extra stretch for the lower back. A bit of strength for the lower tummy. You pull the hips under. Breathe into tabletop and move into that downward dog again. As you bring your toes on the floor. Lift the knees up. Push the hips back. Tilt the tailbone up to the roof. Press through the knuckles so the shoulders don't drop forward. So the shoulders are lifting up towards the ears. Relax your head, look between the feet. Extend one heel towards the floor. And a good stretch on that one side. You can twist the hip a little bit. Open up the lat. And the other side. Do that a few times, your lat. As you tilt the hips, stretching the one side, you find a stretch from the shoulder down towards the hip. One side and the other. Great job. Bring your knees down, exhale. Lower them slowly. Walk your hands back. Good. We're going to work more into those outer hips one more time. So from a tabletop, left knee out behind the left wrist. Bring the hands across over to that left side. Sit on the left hip. Pull the foot out until it's 90 degrees. Same with the back foot. So it's 90 degrees here and here. Not to try and set that front knee in the floor. So if you're back too far, you can lean forwards a little bit. Push your knuckles. Fingers down into the floor, palms. Lift your chest up and lean forwards. Flex the toes up towards the kneecaps. Sternum, just the bone in your chest, lines up with your knee. Lift up and forwards. Keep that position and lift that back knee up off the floor. Squeeze the outer upper hip to where you can and hold for a second or two. And then come all the way slowly down. We're doing 3 of these. Brace the stomach in a little bit. Lift up that knee, that right side, that back right foot in the floor, chest turning forwards. Squeeze the upper outer hip all the way back down. Again, if it affects your low back or hamstring, you might need to be a little bit lower with that back knee. Just try and squeeze the muscles in that outer hip. Lift it up as high as your body can go. And then back to the floor. Let's come up and shake that side out. We're going to move across to the right side. Again, I'll face you so you can see. The right knee's up and the legs at a right angle. Okay, the knee's not right here. The knee's in line with that hip. Okay, the other leg's the same right angle. Flex both toes up towards your kneecaps. Turn your chest forward, either on your fingertips, hands wherever they're comfortable, to lean forwards and try and get this knee towards the floor. Okay, so lift that back knee. This left knee starts to lift, but the chest stays forwards. Lift and squeeze that outer hip. Feel the sensations in the outer hip. Pause briefly before coming all the way back down. If you cramped up in this, don't worry. Lift that knee all the way up to where you can. And you could repeat this video. You could do this anytime. You could even just do this exercise if you find being up for a long walk, you just want to strengthen the hips. Squeeze that outer upper hip to where you can. And then all the way back to the floor. And we'll ease out of that. Shake the legs off. Just have the hands behind, the feet in front. Turn the hands out to the side, easier in the wrists. So the thumbs kind of face forward towards the front of your mat. Yeah, bend the knees, feet hip width apart. Shuffle the hips forward so it's about a hand or two distance between your hand to your hips. Again, this is all about the shoulder blades. So pull the shoulder blades back, expose the chest up to the roof. This widens out your collarbones, works the upper back muscles together, and then push into the floor with your hands, but pull the shoulders down. Use the muscles of the shoulder blades, pull down. This gives you a big giraffe neck. Okay, then you lift your hips either a little bit. You could keep them on the floor. Just lift to where you can. Don't let the upper body collapse. This one's built so you can roll the shoulders back, push into the floor, lift the hips as high as you can. You can go all the way up into this reverse table. Takes a bit more hip and hamstring strength, but you can also have it lower down. Take one more deep breath in, lowering slowly down. Hug on to your hamstrings. Bring your feet out a little bit. Knees are still bent. Hug your hands into your hamstrings. Lift your chest high. Roll the tailbone back to give this length in the lower back. Stomach into your thighs. Rib cage on your thighs. Forward fold very lightly towards your feet. Again, if this seems easier, put your hands on your calves, your ankles, or the ball of the foot. Pull the elbows out to the side to create space for your upper body to come forwards. Make this a light stretch. If you are very flexible, you can start to straighten out the legs. For most, you'll need to stay heavily bent. Take 2 more breaths. Great. Come all the way up with your chest. Now lie all the way back. If you've got a blanket, cover your feet right now. Tuck in the sides of your shins and your hips. Okay? As you lie down here and rest your upper body on the floor and your head, tilt the chin down. Press the hair right to left a little bit and find the center. Get length through the neck. If you need support in the back of the head, you could use another blanket or pillow. Turn the palms up to the roof. Let the knuckles rest on the floor. Use your elbows, pull the shoulders, shuffle them right and left until you squeeze them together. And again, pull them down towards your hips. Do the same with the hips. Bend the knees, press the heels into the floor. Roll the hips right to left. Get the lower back closer into the ground. And then let the legs relax. Let the arms relax. Close your eyes. If this still affects your low back, you can have the knees bent and the feet out wide, letting the knees drop inwards, resting on each other. And that gets the lower back closer to the floor. As you close your eyes, it's now time to relax everything. This means relax your breath. So any breath pattern that we had from the start, all the way through that physical practice, this is Shavasana. So relaxation. Relax your throat and let your breath ease. Enjoy a few breaths without any control. Just let your breath ebb and flow through your body. Relax the muscles in the legs, hips, around the stomach, and lower back, around the chest and upper back. Shoulders and arms feel heavy on the ground. Back of the head resting. For these next few minutes, you let your whole body relax. It's about noticing tension and letting go. Physical tension manifests itself. So in your own mind, as you breathe in and out naturally, just every once in a while, remind yourself and just say, relax. Relax your breath. Relax your physical body. And allow any stress from your mind to go. Do you enjoy the feeling of being relaxed? How much can you let go of tension in your body? You notice any physical tension that's still left. Maybe it's in a specific place in your body today. From here, just allow that tension to disappear. So these next few minutes, you lie back, listen to your own body, and allow it to relax a little bit more. As you allow it to relax, your muscles soften, they sink into the ground, they become heavier and heavier. Times like these, time and time again, slowly just move your fingers, your toes, and you start to waken up your body a little bit more. can rotate your wrists and your ankles a few times each direction. From there, if you walk your feet in, just give your knees a quick hug into your chest. Hug them in tightly. Rock a little bit right and left, pressing down through your hands, the front of your knees. Gives your lower back a nice light massage. And then set your feet onto the floor. Support your head on the right side with your hand. Elbow is in slight recovery position as you turn on to that right side. Take a deep breath in and out. Place your left hand on the floor. Open your eyes and use your arms to come up instead of your back muscles. Sit upright. You can bring your hands together in front of your heart space. You gaze forwards but downwards. Keep your body up tall as you do so, and take a deep breath in and out. Namaste. Thanks for joining me this morning. That was a little bit of guitar at the end, and it's from a song that's out right now that I usually play all the time, and it's on the radio all of a sudden again. So thanks for staying with me today. Repeat this video as much as you need. Put some other background music on in your own house and really enjoy today and every day that you do this. If you like to donate, Live Love Yoga online. We're got our website, liveloveyogabanger.co.uk, and if you go on there, you'll find some of our options of online donations. If you've already donated, thanks very much, and I'll see you soon.